Hey friend, I'm Brandon Gustafson. I help beginners like you launch their assisted living business in the next 12 months. In today's video, we're going to be talking about, do you pay your caregivers more for an overnight shift or not as you get into operating your business? So if you're interested in that, make sure you stick around for today's video. Hey friend, before we get started, I want to remind you to get over to the website, assistedlivinginvesting.net. You can get access to our free underwriting calculator, which is a great tool that I've created to help you kind of understand if you've got a good investment or not. So go ahead and grab that. We'll have links down below. Let's get into the topic for today's video. Do you pay your overnight staff more than your daytime staff? So let's talk about that a little bit. First off, I think it's really important to understand the level of, the type of work that each of your daytime staff versus your nighttime staff. What are they doing? So you have an understanding of what that looks like. I've seen this question in a few Facebook groups, and so this is something I wanted to bring up. But it's really important to kind of understand the base there. So your daytime staff, what are they doing? They're going to be taking care of the residents. They're going to be, changing them, toileting, bathing, a lot of that stuff that goes into the cares during the day. Med management, they're going to be doing all of those things, interacting with the residents. They're going to be carrying out activities, especially in a small residential home like what you're trying to do. So they're going to be very active. They're going to be cooking. They're going to have to deal with families when they come over. When the nurse comes over, they've got a lot that they're doing. They always have a ball in the air. There's always something going on, and making sure that the residents have what they need and making sure that they are entertained as well. So that's what a daytime staff is going to do for you. There's a lot that goes into it, honestly. Just kind of being engaged with the residents, something that they need to do. Now, what do your nighttime staff do? Nighttime staff don't do quite as much because the residents are sleeping. They're not going to be interacting with residents all that much. They're not going to be bathing them or changing them. They might help out with some toileting every now and then, but the level of care that they're providing is much smaller. They're probably going to be cleaning the facility in the evenings while the residents are asleep. They're going to maybe do a little bit of meal prep and get some of the food ready for the next day for breakfast or maybe lunch or dinner as well. They could be looking at doing any of those things, but the level of care that they're doing is pretty minimal. They just need to be at the home, make sure it's safe and secure, make sure the residents, when they need to get up and use the restroom, or if they were to fall in the middle of the night or something like that, or maybe they need some kind of pain medication for some reason, they're able to be there and help out and provide that to them. But that's basically what your nighttime staff are doing. They're kind of providing that level of care, but not a lot of one-on-one care, and there's not a lot of interactions. So let's talk a little bit about who gets paid more. In reality, the payment rates are pretty close to the same. We don't really have a nighttime shift. It's kind of the same with weekends. Weekends are different as well. It's a more undesirable shift is the problem with weekends. But in reality, you're paying your caregivers pretty much the same rate. They kind of become interchangeable. If anything, you're probably going to end up paying your daytime staff a little bit more because of the amount of care that they're providing to the residents and the interactions they have to have and being ready for a state survey or something along those lines. So if I had to tell you, does nighttime get paid more than daytime? Probably not, honestly. They're probably getting paid the same, if not slightly lower than what you get paid for the daytime shift. All in all, they're your caregivers, they're your med techs. They kind of are at about the same level. You want to treat them with respect. You want to love them and make sure that there's a good amount of loyalty built into them as they get going into their jobs so that they can get promoted and things like that. But there's no real difference there between those two. So to recap today's video, we've been talking about daytime shift versus nighttime shift and who gets paid more. And so you can kind of get a feel for what's that going to look like for you and for your residents as you get into this a little bit deeper. If you found today's video to be helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell as well, because it's going to help you get notified when we go live on Tuesdays and when we do this long form stuff on Thursdays. I'm really putting all this stuff out here to help you out. And make sure you get over to the website as well, assistedlivinginvesting.net. We have our free underwriting calculator that we chatted about. We also have the business planning guide, which is going to build the base for everything that you need to do to help you get started on your journey to investing in assisted living. So make sure you go check that out. And If you feel like you need more and need some extra coaching, we have the Assisted Living Investing Mastermind. I love this program. I love the people that are in it and kind of helping them along their journey. Like, the purpose of Assisted Living Investing is to help beginners like you launch their assisted living business in the next 12 months. And that's what we do in the Mastermind. It's so much fun to interact with people and help them along their journey and help them achieve their goals, and would love to have you there. If you are interested in checking that out, go to assistedlivinginvesting.net/mastermind. We'll have a link down below. If you'd like to do a free strategy session to see if it's a good program for you or not, if it's a good fit, check me out at assistedlivinginvesting.net/strategy, and we can set up a call and just chat about where you're at, what your goals are, and maybe what barriers you have that are stopping you from getting started, and see if I can help you get unstuck and help you progress and launch that business in the next 12 months. Does residential assisted living sound interesting to you, but you don't know how to get started? At assistedlivinginvesting.net, we're here to help you through the process, start to finish, to help you reach that time and financial freedom that you have and help you make progress toward achieving that. I want to thank you for watching and remind you that it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Just keep going step by step by step. If you do and you're consistent and persistent, I promise you're going to be successful. Thanks for watching and have a great day.